Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm gonna show you a simple mastering chain I prefer to use when I'm making beats. The beat I'm using for this demonstration is called City at Night, produced by me, and it's available for purchase on beatstars.com. Let's start our mastering chain with some EQing. First golden rule: if you have to boost more than around 3 dB of gain on a specific frequency range, just don't do that. Go back to the mixing section and try to fix the problem there. So, as a first step, I made some correction with Ableton stock EQ, boosting the low at around 50 Hz. This song is in A minor, and my low end of the static harmony is around 53 Hz. Also my kick hits around there, so I boosted that range. Also I did some boost around 300 Hz, just for give a bit more presence to the track. I also did boosting around 9K, where the hi-hat is. I wanted to highlight that, because that is the only acting sample in the high frequency range. Right after the stereo EQ, I'm using a mid-side EQ. I'm cutting the sides below 150 Hz, also about 10K. Maybe we could think to keep the very high frequencies wide is giving you a very nice stereo feel, but I prefer to give it at the mid-high and mid-frequencies, because the two-way stereo image on the top highs could disintegrate the sound. My next step is compression. One of my favorite tools for it is the T-Rex bus compressor, because it gives you the possibility of making high-pass sidechain. In this case, I set the sidechain high-pass to 60 Hz, what means the compressor doesn't react to the signal below 60 Hz. It helps you to keep your low end punchy and strong. When I do bus compression, I prefer to set the ratio to 2:1 or 1.5:1. Also, set the attack time slow and make a fast release. I'm reducing always just a tiny amount of gain, because my goal is not squash the audio, but glue the whole track together. It's just barely noticeable, but you can hear at some points how the guitar comes closer when I turn on the compressor. Next up is limiting. I always prefer to use two limiters on the master chain, because two limiters can share the work between each other. At the first one, I'm setting a fast attack and a mid-release to catch some peaks. The limiter right after that is working a bit differently. It has no need to catch peaks that hard anymore, because his friend did it. What means the signal what goes into this limiter is a bit more balanced, so I just want to only smooth out the top of the signal, make the whole track sound even more equally. During the mixing process and even at arranging, I already pay attention to control dynamics, because if you leave your track too dynamic, that means the peaks will hitting your limiter too soon. And as you increasing the input gain of your limiter and the rest of the signal reaches the ceiling point, your peaks just will be destroyed by way too much limiting. Let me tell you what I'm thinking about. This meter is showing us how the signal behaves before the mastering chain. If you look the meter closely, you see the signal is already balanced and the peaks don't jump out. But why is it so beneficial? Because if the signal goes into your compressor and limiter, you don't need to tweak the hell out of it to make it work, but you send an already healthy and equal signal into these tools, so the end result is a nice and loud master.